And I believe we should be on the air. Let me check.
Meh.
Don't you dare. I don't think I want those views. Check. Nickel Pickler. What? Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I can hear myself through there. Okay. All right, there we go. And we are on the air. I'm going to hoard this video out to some friends. Hopefully they can join this, or they can join us later on down the road. So, what'd you do all day?
You know, making myself look presentable in public. You know, a thing a normal person does when they're going to be out in public.
Yeah, but aren't you always out in public?
No.
No, I mean you were at the gaming
That
place
doesn't
at your
count
town.
as public.
Okay, fine.
I'm surrounded by a bunch of other nerds who don't have standards. I don't have to look.
The undesirables, they like to be called.
Now, that's a completely contradiction of going to an anime convention where it's also full of people who are also nerds.
Yeah, nerds, nerdettes.
Also going to be in a city and walking
Oh
around
yes,
the city.
we're gonna. God, that city's gonna be hot as balls. But yeah, I love that city so much. It's such a good city.
Sure is.
New Orleans.
Just ignore all the underlying actual racism, and you're going to have a grand old time.
Jesus Christ, what are you talking about?
Also, stay away from the extremely gay section of Bourbon Street.
I wasn't even aware that there was a gay section of Bourbon Street.
You know you're there when you've realized you've gone too far. And there's a guy running around with no pants dancing on tables.
Oh my God, that sounds like you know you're there, but it's too late. But I want a preemptive dodge.
Like every time we're there, he's like, okay.
Oh, you've actually stumbled onto that area before?
I mean, I know it exists, but I also know when to stop being around there.
Ah, okay. Yeah, this is an unusual time for streaming because I don't usually stream on Thursdays anymore, but here I am because I'm off this week.
And you just got some new video.
Yes, I did.
Oh, your video. I did. Isn't it nice that it actually arrived on your vacation day?
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to. When I ordered it from Play Asia, I chose the standard shipping practice, which was dumb of me because it took literally a whole month since I submitted the order. So future advice: anyone actually want to order from Play Asia, you probably should splurge on the extra shipping charges. And I hoard out my channel at our Discord chat. Let's see what else is going on. I found Time Warp. So the game in question was Gundam Breaker 3 Break Edition because that's the one with all the DLC. So that's nice. So I don't have to like create a Singaporean PlayStation or whatever and get an extra account because that sounds like a hassle to manage and shit. And already I prefer that game over. I prefer it over New Gundam Breaker any day of the week, and I am baffled as to why they never localized Gundam Breaker 3 in the first place, or any of the earlier ones if they were also good. But I think 3 is the best one to this day, because they just took the material and just made it better, bigger and better, added more material. Whereas New Gundam Breaker, they took the material and they took big shits all over it.
Downsized.
Really?
Yeah, basically. That's what they do all the time. There was this really awesome SD Gundam MMO. Right?
Oh, okay.
I played it, and then a month into me playing it, they canceled it.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I knew it existed for quite a while, but I never really got into it until the end of its life cycle. And then they were like, "Don't worry, we canceled it, but we're making our own in-house," and it was bad. So they did the same thing with Gundam Breaker.
Yeah, and guess what? New Gundam Breaker turned out to be a critical pile of shit, and everyone imported Gundam Breaker 3 instead, me included. And they're trying to improve on that game. They're trying to fix it and shit, but I don't think it's gonna redeem the game. I mean, those Amazon reviews are still gonna be fucking 1 star.
And there's still the Steam release that's yet to come out.
Oh yeah. I don't even know if that's gonna do well over there.
This was the game for Westerners. And as we
I
know,
don't see how. Like, how
because
did?
it's bad.
Well, okay, okay, that's a good joke. I was about to say because the game's a glorified dating sim.
Well, we mecha fans love our waifus.
Hmm. Eh, they're all pretty generic. That's just me.
Just like most fans. Ho ho ho.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Also, this week I actually did get a whole lot of manga reading done, but mostly it was Genshiken. I finished that series up once and for all. That includes the second season as well. Um, I gotta say, they really trudged that arc forever, man. They really did.
You mean the whole series?
No, the whole Madarame getting a love interest arc, the whole
You mean the whole
Madarame harem
series?
thing. No, it really didn't kick in until God, I want to say volume 4 or 5, or whenever Kasakabe rejected him, whenever that moment came on, and it just dragged on till the end of the series, basically. And I thought the answer was going to be a bland indecision, but then they subverted my expectations at like the penultimate chapters, and I won't say anything out spoilers, but I gotta say, I'm just gonna quote Freddy Got Fingered. You made me proud. Proud. Oh man, it's a fucking dead zone in the chat. Should have hyped this up on Twitter.
Yeah, there's no point time now. The only people in chat right now is me and you.
Oh
Wait,
no, Vmon's here.
Iman's here.
Death Bow is doing Carnage versus Lucy from Elfen Lied. Does anybody care about Elfen Lied now?
People who watch Death Battle.
I guess. I don't personally care. Elfen Lied has been irrelevant for way over a decade. The anime adaptation sucked. The manga was better, but we never got it localized. So yeah, fuck it.
So,
But yeah, I gotta say, like, despite the trudging of that arc and the new characters being a bunch of yaoi fangirls, I still enjoyed the hell out of the continuation of Genshiken, and the ending was still pretty satisfactory on my part.
the character we all deemed to never find happiness in life finally got happiness in life.
Yeah, the second character who also doesn't have happiness in life that we don't want to see happy at all. Fuck that guy. Let's see.
So, have you caught up on Hero Aka yet?
Sadly, that was one of the things I was lingering behind on.
You need to. Yeah, you finished the arc that mattered, but
Yeah, I did.
now
That
you get
much
to
I got at least done, but I don't know. But I still need to see. I know. I still need to see Bakuman Mom.
Metal Gear Solid 5 got an update. Did it add microtransactions?
Probably more microtransactions. Did it update the game to prevent you from playing it?
We're cynical.
Yeah.
But it's okay because it's better to have
Yeah, you
you
get
get
to
to
play
play as
quiet
quiet.
new missions. Hmm.
Well, that's pretty neat. I like playing female characters. Look appealing, but don't tell the internet.
Yeah, don't tell the internet that you like Quiet's design, otherwise they'll get uppity at you. Well, Real especially. He did not like Kojima's defense for that character design. And it's true. He should, if he just came out with a simple "I like girls" answer, just like Yoko Taro did, he would have respected him more. And I heard they did the same shit with SNK Heroin Fighters or wherever that new game's coming out. It called. Yeah.
We can't make girls look cute anymore. We have to make them look realistic.
Important that there's no realism in cuteness or cuteness in realism. Silence made epic.
Now, with the anime that's come out this season, they
Oh,
started Attack on Titan finally, and
man, I haven't even finished the first season, nor do I really care that much to do
well,
so.
we get to see Armin cross-dress and get molested by a priest, so that's funny to watch.
Uh, okay, whatever suits you, man. Let's see. So remember how James Gunn got fired on Twitter?
Yeah,
Apparently, there's a shitstorm that is there's a fucking panic there's a fucking panic mode now because of that incident, which I do not agree with Disney's decision at all. I thought it was fucking stupid because those tweets, while juvenile and immature, were like from years ago, and I've heard he actually did apologize for those tweets anyways way back when. Just the guy who wrote that hit piece, conveniently skipped it over, to make him look bad and to make Disney look like idiots. And now, like, fucking Dan Harmon deleted his Twitter account, and Al just told me that director of the last Star Wars film he'll probably ever make, Ryan Johnson, that he deleted like over 20K tweets. So trolls and haters don't use it as ammo against them, which might be too late because you try to delete something, they might screen cap it before
way
you
back
get rid of it.
machine
Wait, what'd you say?
or way back machine it.
Oh boy, yeah.
The thing with Dan Harmon though is it's not so much like it comes down to how bad his comedy is, because you know why he did that, right?
Why?
It's because it was because a skit he did for a show. I forgot on what channel exactly, but the skit was about a guy who punished criminals by going back in time and molesting them as babies.
What?
Yep. And yep,
No.
that is the whole skit. And there's a scene where he takes a doll and he does stuff to it to explain his plan.
None of it sounds funny at all.
Exactly. And Harmon funny. Rick and Morty, it doesn't even have its funny moments because of Dan Harmon. It's because of the other guy. Dan actually holds him down. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm hearing myself echo on the TV. Yeah, I can hear that.
You can? I can't hear anything.
I can hear it on my end. Okay, now wait. Yeah, okay. Wait. Nah, it's silent. I'm just messing with you that last time.
Okay. So, in other news, we're finally getting the last Evangelion movie.
In 2020, I hope to God they work with the fucking Japanese producers to get us out a very faithful, actual good quality dub in time. Because I don't want to wait for it for 5 more fucking years after that.
Yep.
God damn it. That being said, like my hopes for the final movie being good are kind of just dashed because because of the third movie kind of being a bit of it was pretty weak. I mean, it went off in a different direction from the TV series, big time, but most of it is just Shinji and Kaoru just dicking around on a piano.
I've waited how long for this?
Yeah, like 3+ years. 3+ years for a freaking for the third movie. Um, and apparently it's because the quality of the dub initially was just very weak. That was why it took so long because they had to redub it. So now Evangelion 3.33, even though it has the same actors, there's two different dubs. I've only seen the movie once. So my question is, which fucking dub did I watch?
Very good question. Apparently, Sentai Filmworks is going to make a kids brand of anime releases.
Maybe that's how they're going to push Hello Kitty.
Yep, that's exactly that's exactly why they're doing it.
By the way, I think Lance might be coming in.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm. Just send him the link right here. This is a very, very slow meandering stream. Then again, it was on a Thursday. Thursday. There we go. Then we're talking about convention bullshit, or we were going to.
Well, I mean, while we're there, let me look at the itinerary again.
Oh, you're looking at the schedule. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Technically, it starts today, and by technically, I mean
that pre-con fucking thing people like to do. Let's hang out. Well, to be fair, they're going to be in New Orleans.
No, not pre-con thing. It means at 6 o'clock you can get your badge. For me, it would be an at the door badge, so you don't have to get it the next day.
Well, I got my badge. I pre-ordered mine, so I'm going to get the express one. So that's not concerned, which is good because I remember the line initially being fucking long. All lines are too long.
That's why they do the thing where you can get it the day before now. Besides that,
any questions, Vimon?
I asked if you saw a Mario movie poster, which I don't recall seeing.
Yeah, if it's the Mario movie poster with Mario and Luigi, like it was this artwork. It was like this Drew Struzan-ish artwork with Mario and Luigi in the front cover, giving the thumbs up with a big M in the background, big metallic M.
I plan on doing a lot more like tabletop stuff this time around, especially Werewolf at night with like a lot of people. I hear the Werewolf games at MegaCon have a lot of people.
Oh man, that sounds like some hardcore trust and deception right there.
Oh yeah,
hardcore. Especially since you don't even know most of these people.
Exactly.
I am not going to participate because everyone's going to assume I'm a werewolf because of my mutton chops.
Well, no, the joke is you say that, but you get the hunter roll and then randomly kill someone afterwards.
I hope so because the hunter roll was fun. The fact that I used it in the game and actually guessed right, I was like, okay, I'm going to take down that guy. He's like, oh wow, good guess. And I'm like, all right, we're going to be winning soon.
There's a tabletop game called The Last Hikikomori.
Oh yeah, the last Hikikomori. Yeah, apparently that sounds hilarious. Oh no, looks like I have to go outside and get a job. Oh, I lost. Or that's what I assume what the game's about. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should have started at fucking 7 o'clock instead.
Well, we would normally start around this time anyway, but this allow us to get everything rolled out.
Yeah. I'm just not as good as Big Al because Big Al can open strong, but I can't. That's my weakness.
It usually goes in with a big topic to start slamming into.
Yeah, that's true. The big topic was just convention talk, and I was trying to get people on. I was trying to get Brandon, who's been on here before. I was trying to get fucking Ty or Cody, wherever he likes to call himself. He's working out at the gym. Al's busy house cleaning. Lance says he's free. I gave him the link. Let me check up with him and see if he's all right. If he's got the link. Join. We're on the air right now. All right.
So
Hell, I even wanted Just Keep That in Mind to join me. I'm trying to contact him about he and I doing a stream.
So it seems like the game is be in charge of a reclusive lifestyle and do not leave your room at any cost. Fight to be the least social person on the table and become the last Hikikomori.
Ooh, considering that where you're at, it's going to be the greatest challenge ever.
This is apparently going to be debut at MechaCon, so I am definitely going to play it. That is at 11 in the morning.
Yeah, Vmon, most PS1 games run way better on the PS2 than they do on the console it was meant for. I had a friend who had a game that was scratched up. I forgot which one, but it was scratched up to the point where he can't get past like the first loading screen on his PlayStation. But when I put it on my PS2 and it runs just fine. I guess they have like stronger laser readers in that thing or something. My PlayStation 2 still works to this day. And that thing is like 15 years old.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat board games that they're doing throughout the con. They're doing like Trail on House on the Hill.
I'm surprised we don't have a Gunpla community in there yet.
What? You mean at MechaCon, the literal mecha in the title?
Well, duh. That's why we should have one.
They have Macross, though. Isn't that something you're interested?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did see something Macross related in there. Can you tell me what's about?
Let me get the panel list up and scroll past.
Oh yeah, it was some game, but it blows my mind that we have anything Macross related. You would think Harmony Gold would like fucking kill that guy. All right, Lance will be joining soon. He's getting everything set up, and our viewer count increased to our average 6 viewers. But here's the thing: I don't see anyone other than Vmon here. So if you are here, just wave, say hello. I will read your chat. It's not hard. I would get my old EWO guys here, but I don't see any of them online, which is a damn shame. They may be busy with work. Yeah, I caught up with frickin' Nightman and Time Warp 1 and Mr. Mir. All three of them are doing fine, by the way. But it was pretty nostalgic, you know, having us talk about stuff while Time Warp keeps spamming like frickin' anime titty artwork.
Yeah, it seems the Macross thing is just about the idol songs. So
yeah, God, I wish they did more with the music of Macross other than just exclusively idol shit. I mean, Macross 7 seems
Japan,
to be
everything is idol shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly why that bugs me nowadays.
And now we have 3 people arrested for
there was something I wanted to bring up in my Robotech rant a couple weeks back, but I couldn't find the interview specifically. But it was like from Shoji Kawamori. And he's just being one of those people who is talking about, he's one of those legendary creators who's talking about, oh, decline of anime nowadays, saying the same thing that the creator Gundam said and the creator Cowboy Bebop said and all that shit. And like he props up Macross because he thinks Macross is special because it has idols. It's because of the idols. I'm like, no, you semi-delusional nutcase. Macross had way more than just fucking idols. If that's the case, then Love Live was cool idol project, whatever it's called, would have been like bigger than Dragon Ball if that were the case.
Idol Master couldn't even save the Xbox.
Why the fuck was that even on the Xbox in the first place? The console that freaking the Japanese hate, and you want to put a Japanese exclusive game there, exclusive for Japan. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What?
I said, what are you doing?
I had a
It's a rhetorical question when I was just talking about Idolmaster.
well, Idolmaster. Well, you see, Idolmaster has characters that aren't bland.
I kind of disagree.
No, you have the girl who's afraid of men, the girl who girls like because she looks like a boy, the girl who wants to be a generic idol because she has rich parents that were like, "Hey, we'll pay your way into being an idol." You have the normal one that is more crazy than the characters with more personality. You have the one that's poor.
Okay, every single one of you described, I've seen before in one anime, something or other, especially the first
You
two.
watch Puchimas, you know exactly which ones are which.
Yeah, I did, but I don't remember much about the characters. I mean, I could tell probably just by looking at them, but I just watched that show because I thought it was something quick to watch before going to work.
I see, it didn't resonate with you. Well,
If it did, I'd be watching. Oh, wait. I think Lance is here. Yeah, he's got his camera set up. Yep, I see you. How's it going? We got
good, man.
no one on this stream. It's great. It's because I'm streaming on the day I would never stream on, or I used to, but not anymore.
Okay, for 1 second. Hold on.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. He's blocking his camera.
what's kinky about someone stepping on you? It means that, you are a type of guy that likes people overpowering him.
It's a BDSM thing. It seems it's pretty simple to understand, Vimon. Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, can you guys hear me pretty well?
Yes, chat. Can you hear him? By chat, I mean just Vimon.
All right.
So yeah, we're going to be going to a convention tomorrow morning. I thought, what the hell? I'll do one more stream. I'll do one more stream before we head off there. That was kind of the point.
Oh, well, what convention are you going to?
MechaCon, New Orleans, near my town.
Con?
MechaCon.
MechaCon.
Spelled.
Don't let the name fool you.
Spelled with robots and not with the other mecha.
Don't let the name fool you. The robots are really kind of sidelined in most regards.
Sadly. See, when they said there's a Mecha Maid Cafe, I thought the women would be dressing like mechs. And
no,
it would be the
like
best
the
thing
Gundam
ever.
version of mechs where, they have all the parts.
Oh, those things, yeah.
Anything in particular you're excited for?
There's an 18 up panel that's dedicated to old school anime. Yeah. That's gonna be strong. That's gonna be something I love. Because I'm still a retro man. I know this because I watched Bubblegum Crisis and I fucking love the hell out of it.
Yeah, actually, Darkscream, that does remind me. I do have to get with you another time. Recommendations, because I'm just getting burnt out. All the new shit is coming out. This is all the same. I need something different. And by different, I mean old.
You haven't been watching Osmosis Jones, the anime?
Oh, don't get me started on that bullshit. Nobody cares. Not everybody cares about platelet lollies, okay?
Hey, red blood cells are cute too.
But the suicide rates.
Like, the worst comic I've seen making fun of that show was like a person like sad that his dog left him for his ex-girlfriend. So it like shows him in his room picking out a knife, stabbing himself in the throat, and then red blood cells come out and sleep with.
Have y'all seen that meme though? It's like, oh, if you kill yourself, all your platelets will die. Suicide rates have gone down to 0%.
Don't tell them that the actual lifespan of a platelet is 8 days.
Oh boy.
So every day platelets are dying inside of you.
Speaking of 8 days, I did see the trailer for Zenki Zero that's coming out soon. That's that new RPG from the Danganronpa team.
Zenki
Zero. It's basically a post-apocalyptic world where like characters that represent the 7 deadly sins are like having. It's a survival RPG, and they actually age in 8 days. They actually grow up and grow old, and then die. I forgot when that game's coming out, but I'm looking forward to it, and I hope the game is successful enough for them to do more things other than just Danganronpa.
You know, another game I've been waiting on is from Vanillaware. I think that's the name of the company. They worked on games like Odin Sphere.
Yeah, Odin Sphere, Dragon's Crown.
Was like another game that was.
Oh right,
there's going to be mechas involved.
I can barely hear you, but I know what game you're talking about. You're talking about that mech game, right?
That mech, yeah, the robot game, yeah.
I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I haven't heard any news about that. But they announced that Tokyo Game Show last year, E3 last year.
No, it wasn't last year. It felt like it was a couple of years ago.
Oh man, I don't know, but it sounds like an awesome game I'd be into.
Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, whatever happened to that game? I know they announced it.
And speaking of mecha games, I strongly recommend Gundam Breaker 3 over New Gundam Breaker any day of the week. The game is so freaking good.
Now, what are some of the things you like about Gundam Breaker?
Well, the gameplay is actually definitely more comfortable, more solid, more fluid. The customization is very, very in depth. You can put any part on any body. You can put like any type of body part any way, shape, or form. You can color your Gundam to any to your liking. Like you can give it special decals and stuff. You can even like add like scratches and dirt and all these other features in order to make your Gundam look worn. You can make the paint more glossy. You can make it more metallic. You can like add customization EX skills. The customization and Gundam Breaker 3 was something New Gundam Breaker doesn't have. You can actually take extra parts you have and then use it to merge into the existing parts you have so you can level it up. Meaning, if you like the way your Gundam looks and you don't want to alter it in any way, but you need to like get better parts, tougher upgrades, you can actually upgrade them. It's a feature so awesome. I barely see a whole lot of
okay, so you can upgrade the parts that you have without having to change anything.
Exactly. And I've already made 3 Gundams so far. I made a Saint Soldier, which is black and gold Saints colors, and he knows Kung Fu. He knows the Shining Gundam martial arts. I made Sailor Venus, which is basically a recolor of Noble Gundam, which, by the way, I picked up a model of that this week and worked on it. And then just today, I made something called the Mu Epsilon Gundam, which is named after my anime club. And I made it in the colors of my college. It's which is red, black, and white. And he's got combined parts of the Shin Musha Gundam and the Dragon Gundam. Yeah,
I will definitely look this up.
But yeah, if you plan to get that game from Play Asia, 2 things: get the Break Edition with English subs. By the way, the game is actually fully translated in English, and yet for some reason, Bandai Namco, in their infinite fucking wisdom, said, "Oh, I guess Westerners don't want this game."
Like, how the fuck you know?
Yeah, they're so dumb. So yeah, make sure you get the Break Edition because that has all the DLC, and I want to say, like, DLC contains Barbados Lupus, the Gundam from Iron Blood Orphans and stuff. It's more content. And if you're going to order from Play Asia, you might want to splurge on the shipping costs. Like, get the best quality shipping because it literally took a month for me to get the damn thing.
Yeah, I have imported from Play Asia before. I have the last thing I imported from them was the was the Japanese version of JoJo Bizarre Adventure, Fighting All Stars.
Uh-huh.
And I actually splurged a little bit on the shipping because yeah, I heard about if you just pick regular standard shipping, then you'd be waiting on your ship for a month. So
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I'll have that patience again. And I didn't think I was going to get the game this week, which means I wouldn't be able to play it in time. But it
yeah,
surprisingly came in the mail yesterday. I was like, ooh, and I
yeah,
played
like
it.
I'm looking at some videos right now. Visually, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. And like I said, the gameplay is way better. But as for New Gundam Breaker, it's a turd. It's
Damn, like
terrible.
I just
Let
saw
me
this one video. Someone put like 6 different swords on this one Gundam.
Yeah,
It's not even connected to anything. It's just floating above their head.
yeah, you can do that. You
That's
can
what's called funnels, my friend.
Hmm.
you can actually put additional parts on your Gundam like that. I don't know if there's any
Multiplayer, though,
skill
it's
enhancements
nothing
for
but
it.
funnels and bazookas.
Yeah. What was the name of that Gundam that had all those fucking guns on its body?
Heavy arms.
No, it's something even bigger.
Let me see if I could look it up.
It had like it looked so comical in its design.
Hmm.
It literally looked like something that you would see from an old Warner Brothers cartoon.
But okay, I have to ask, how much G Gundam items is in this game? Because G Gundam, that's my shit.
Okay, I saw the Dragon Gundam. I saw the Shining Gundam. It's actually the boss in the second stage. And there's also the Noble Gundam. That was also in the second stage. There seems to be a fair amount of G Gundam stuff. And like I said, there's actually a fighting style in the game. You can equip your character with various weapons, beam swords, axes, all that stuff. But you can also equip them with martial arts styles. So they can actually like do straight up kung fu shit.
Okay.
And in the case of the Shining Gundam's martial arts style, you keep using the regular melee button, it will actually build up a meter. Your fist will start glowing. It will glow green. But if you let it grow red and press triangle, it would follow up with like a super attack. It's pretty cool.
Okay, I posted the Gundam picture.
Ken.
It's
Yeah.
called Gundam Booster Unit Type Plan 303E Deep Striker.
What the heck is that?
It's a lot of guns. That's what that is.
That's a lot of guns. That's what we should just call it from now on.
Okay, that's good to know because if they have Gundam Spiegel, or at least I can make a Gundam Spiegel, and they have the Gundam Spiegel fight style, then it's over. It's over.
Ooh.
Yeah. But what happened with Gundam Breaker 3 was this. I mean, New Gundam Breaker was this. Gundam Breakers 1, 2, and 3 were made by a different studio than Bandai Namco. And they got really popular. So what Bandai Namco did, what it usually does, hey, this franchise is getting really popular. Let's stop having the outsourced team that works on these games that make them really good, and instead just throw a random team together in-house to make the next one. So we make more money, and then it turns out to be bad.
And we're talking like both Amazon and Amazon Japan 1 stars across the board, which actually caused Bandai Namco to panic and actually try to say, "Oh, we're going to make it better, we promise." But I think the damage is done at this point. Yeah. Also, Gundam Breaker 3 has an Gundam Breaker 3 actually has an SD Gundam as your ally.
Yeah, I can see it. You can make you can make like different SD Gundams.
Yeah, I painted up my Gundam in the color of Knuckles, so that way I just wanted to make him look like Ugandan Knuckles. You know the way.
You know, I might just order Break Edition off of Amazon because I have Prime.
Yeah, it's there, but they only have like 13 left in stock. So when you can, make sure you add it to your wish list, because when I was looking on Amazon Prime, I didn't see it. They said they were sold out. I was like, "Oh, you mothers!" And then I see it's on Play Asia. I was like, "Okay."
Oh wow, they also have SGG Gundam Generations.
Isn't that a turn-based RTS? Because I saw some gameplay of it.
That might have been what replaced the MMO.
But yeah, also you were gone, but I did talk a little bit about the ending of Genshiken, and that was a really strong ending in the manga. And I'm just gonna quote Freddy Guyfinger once again. It made me proud. Proud. I was trying to watch some Lucha Underground, but my friend had a blackout, so I couldn't see the rest of the damn
Oh.
episode.
Well, see, they also have Super Robot Wars 5 on Amazon with English subs.
Yeah, it's almost like they want to bring the. Oh man, you remind me of another thing I found out. We was gonna get a Super Robot Wars in the Dreamcast, localized in the States. And apparently almost every company was in agreement to allow that game to come over here. But one company held it back. Can you guess which one?
Let me guess. Gold Harmony.
I'll let that slide, but yeah, you're right. It is Harmony Gold. They pretty
Harmony
much
Gold. Yeah, okay.
they cock blocked bringing over Super Robot Wars Alpha over here because they thought it would hurt the Robotech sales, even though by the time that game was out, Robotech hasn't done anything relevant in a decade. And they couldn't dummy the content out of the game because they were actually relevant to the story. They were too relevant.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, I know. I'm pissed because I actually want to play some of those Super Robot Wars games, especially the ones that give the middle finger to the Nadesico Prince of Darkness anime. Because that movie was a fucking Debbie Downer.
Man, I'm just like I'm just so sick and tired of Harmony Gold. I watched a couple of videos when people were talking about them. The gall and the balls on these people. They at one point they even believe they try to get the copyright to the term or to the concept of mecha.
Yeah.
I could not believe this. I'm like, who the fuck you think you are?
Guys, we're copyrighting the word reaction.
Trying to copyright the word candy.
Yeah. That was dumb. That was pretty much dumb of them.
Yeah. Well, I copyright the word copyright.
I copyright the word is. What are you going to do now? I also copyright
I copyright breathing.
Oh, okay.
I copyright the 5 vowels in the English language.
And
I copyright living.
Beyond, they have to say it to the lawyers. I don't entirely believe that that's true. That Nintendo just says, "Oh, the reason why we get rid of fan stuff is because lawyers tell us to." I'm pretty sure they're like, "We need to can this so we can make our own version and make money."
Yeah, think about it. There's a pattern there. Oh, you guys are remaking Metroid 2, but we're going to remake Metroid 2. Oh, man. This convention.
More companies, they just need to learn to just...
No, they should be like Sega and give those people jobs.
Yeah, embrace them. Embrace them and give them jobs.
They're like, I'm sorry you have to cancel your fan project, but work for us instead.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Simulated combat, Kawaii Corner. Wait, is this... Okay, this is Thursday. Okay. Ooh, manga library. What's that about?
I just got a DMCA.
Oh, was that V the musical?
And then comes to it's like, young man, now I'm working for SEGA. No longer worry about DMCA. And then they made Sonic Mania.
Yes, and I did. I did play a little bit of Sonic Mania Plus, and
The creator said he wants to try and make a 3D Sonic game. Part of me wonders if he can make the first good 3D Sonic game.
Ooh, hold on! I just found somebody who might be a big fan of my reviews. Setsuna Angel, hello! Found you out for your Negima reviews. Well, thank you. I actually really appreciate that because not many of my fans care about that series. I'm the only one who cares about it, and UQ holder to that extent. Thanks, Setsuna Angel. I noticed that Lance's icon switched to his real life photo, and he just gave me that. He has the same look that the fucking Krillin icon that he has now.
Are you telling me that Krillin is your spirit animal?
Yes.
I take it you play as him in Fighters?
No, not really.
Oh. But yeah, UQ holder. I'm in the I finished volume I finished volume, I want to say volume 8. He was still training with Dana. That's as far as I'm in. And I gotta check who the English voice cast is. Did they get anyone from the Funimation dub from the earlier Negima series back? I wouldn't be surprised if they replaced everyone. But the thing is, Sentai Filmworks has the same. Sentai Filmworks has the same voice actors that Funimation has. They're in the same general area. That's why. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm actually reading the manga physically. I pick it up from the bookstores all the time. Sentai Filmworks purchased the old funny dubs. Okay, that's nice. Okay, I do not regret this stream anymore. I don't regret this stream.
Sentai Kids version of Negima. Come on.
Because I barely. Oh yeah, you mean the Baka Rangers? I barely get to talk about Negima because my fans don't care about that series that much. Okay. This is going to be. I believe this is going to be my 8th convention that I'll be going to. I am not burnt out on the con experience because all my conventions happen to be at hotels. And what do you think when you think hotels? You think air conditioning. You think nice looking place. When I see somebody say we're going to have a convention held at a convention center, I take a look at photos at convention centers and I go, "Oh man, there's not enough deodorant. I'm going to die."
That's why it's important to show the shower every day, people.
Just have way bigger stuff to do, though.
I like the old funny dubs of Negima. I actually like the second Negima series. That one wasn't faithful to the manga at all, but it was entertaining for what it was. It was basically Pani Pony Dash with Negima characters.
You know what I totally forgot to do? Watch the Newzoids.
All right, Setsuna Angel, you want to join? Give me your Discord, and I'll just send you the link there.
Wasn't the second one done by Shaft? Yeah,
it was done by Studio Shaft, and it was directed by Akiyubi Shimbo.
What's his name again?
Sammo Hung? No. Akiyubi Shimbo.
He seems like he's not known for anything important.
Didn't he direct the Monogatari franchise?
Yeah, the joke went over your head. What?
Oh,
Shaft needs a new successful series. What can we get? I know. Let's call Akiyuki Shimbo.
Wait. Did he also direct? No. Genro Abuchi directed Madoka, didn't he?
Yes, but the joke is Shimbo is used by a lot of projects with Shaft.
All right.
Guys, we need to make the next best anime.
Okay, I'm gonna add a fan. Oh. Okay, for some reason that didn't go through. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. You sure that was the right is that the right Yeah, it's not appearing on my friends list for some reason. I think the numbers got mixed up. So what's the last convention you went to, Lance?
The last one I went to was Akon. It was just this past June. Normally I would have like a crowd of friends who all just go together, but this year it was just, I guess we were all kind of busy, so it was just me and my sister. We just ended up just going by ourselves this time. But next year we are planning a trip to go down to Comic-Con next year. in California.
Mm.
Oh,
I want to
nice,
go to
nice.
Akon. I regret not going when Baby Metal was performing.
Akon is it's real legit. It's just that I've been going to Akon since I think I've been going there since 2009, and after a while, you kind of get tired of it.
Fatigue.
Yeah, fatigue. It's not because I'm tired of conventions. Cause I love conventions. It's just that just going to the same one in Texas, gets kind of old. So
Yeah, that's kind of why I skipped this year's Louisiana. That would be my regular convention because I did not, I wasn't feeling it.
I only went for Dragon Ball tournaments. Oh, time to go. You didn't even have to buy a ticket to go in there.
mhm.
Because my my store, the one I go to, was sponsoring the game room.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just go in the game room without a ticket.
Oh, speaking of Dragon Ball Z, I am pissed that I did not go to Kamehacon, which was like a Dragon Ball convention in Dallas.
Wouldn't it have just been be the funniest thing to do at a convention like that though?
Mhm.
Go there dressed as Superman. Yes,
That'd be pretty funny.
See what happens.
Hey, you can only imagine how big Kamehacon was because since Funimation is like based in Texas, like actually not too far from Dallas, so we had like pretty much all the Dragon Ball Z people down there.
I still freaking hate the Superman versus Goku debate. Because honestly, there was this comic strip I read where they show Goku and Superman facing each other. Some narrator's like, "Who's gonna win? Who's gonna kill the other person?" And then Goku's like, "No, he seems like a nice guy." And Superman's like, "Yeah, so are you." And they both like walk off on the sunset while the narrator's like, "What are you doing? Get back here! This is the perfect opportunity to throw your life away." Well, he didn't say that, but it might as well just be that.
No, you must come back here and fight.
Yeah, I'd rather see like Superman and Goku team up to fight frickin' Brainiac and Frieza, or how about here's an idea: Goku and Superman versus a fusion of Doomsday and Broly.
That would be pretty cool.
Oh,
I'll probably do just have them fight their respective villains. Have Goku fight Darkseid and have Superman try to fight Broly.
that would be amazing. Okay, I'm gonna add this guest. Please don't make me regret this decision. I haven't gotten enough cringe for the week, so this might be my this might be my quota. Okay, where is this person? Here you are.
Not the cringiest thing I've seen, Vmon. I'm sure someone once asked if would you want Samus Aran to step on you, and someone said yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing.
If you want to see cringe, try to watch like Q&A sessions at a MLP convention.
Oh, are you referencing that Q&A bit?
Yes. Like, why the fuck would you ask that?
Dude, Silent Rob did a stream of it, but I don't think I've seen the entire video, and I want to.
Hey.
Oh.
Autism speaks.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay, it's a little loud on your end, but I can hear you.
Okay. No, I got I'm running Discord on Linux, and so far my distro's having some problems, so I have a bad pop, unfortunately.
All right, but it sounds like your volumes are automatically adjusting. How's it going?
Not bad. Let me check my mic.
That sounds pretty good so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing well. No, I found you out a couple of weeks ago, but no, it's good to meet a fellow Negima fan just because I don't have any real life people to talk to about the manga. I know the manga ended years ago, but UQ Holder is around, and unfortunately, I don't think it's doing that well. So
it's actually doing. I'm going to say it's doing about the same or pretty well in Japan right now. But here's the thing, I take it you're a Westerner. You're in the States.
Yeah, I'm in New England. Why? Where are you from?
Oh, well, I'm in the States as well. I'm in the South, but here's the thing. Uh, it's just I noticed that most hardcore anime fans aren't as hardcore, and therefore they don't read manga. And the way I got introduced to the series is that some guy I knew in high school, who was also a coworker of mine at the time, introduced me to the series, and I was kind of neutral at it at first because he sold it to me on the harem premise. But then as I like picked it up from like I was watching a little bit of the Zebek anime, and I was like, the artwork's terrible, but hey, there's a robot girl.
Well, what's actually funny is I'll get into how I got into it in a minute, but it's not that I don't want to sound like I'm a hipster or anything. I just can't really stand mainstream shonen right now, and I actually really
I
liked
understand.
well, part 1 Naruto back in the day I thought was legitimately good. I did like Bleach for a period of time. I never liked One Piece. I do have reasonings for it, but like when I was a teenager, that wave of shonen was actually pretty good. But I'm not a fan of Black Clover. I don't want to watch My Hero Academia. My friends keep bothering me about it, and I don't really find it to be that impressive. And I'm not really impressed with the new shonen that's come out lately.
Okay.
So
I'll play devil's advocate on Hero Academia. Coming from a guy who's always hated Naruto, like I couldn't even like the beginning of it. It was just too meandering for me. I will say that Hero Academia is actually really fantastic.
I'll give it a chance. Maybe it's just that I don't know what it is, but every time
I understand, like
yeah.
the
I
hype,
think comparison.
the hype could like make you wary because
Uh,
it's not like you don't want to like something. It's just that you want to like it. You will probably want to like it on the same level as everyone else. But when they sell it to you and you look at it and you go, what's the big deal? You know, it's probably how most main people who haven't seen Star Wars in their life, they probably watched a New Hope recently and they're like,
no, don't. Well, I guess we can talk about Star Wars later, but that's kind of a sensitive
hey,
subject.
Bio Phoenix.
Yeah.
Back on track with Negima. Yeah, it's not a whole. I think I was the only guy in college that actually read that series, and I did attend my anime club. And the way I read manga is very sporadic because they take like what a month and a half or 2 months to release a whole volume, maybe longer. So that's why it takes me to like read like from my senior year to my third year in college. I think that's when I was wrapping up with the whole festival arc. You know, the one with Chao Lingshin as the main antagonist.
And by the way, that's actually what propelled me to constantly buy the volumes. Like beforehand, like around the time of the Kyoto arc, I was really hooked. But when Mahora Fest came around, like I had to read every chapter. I didn't care if I had to read it online and buy it later. I pretty much had to get to it right away.
Yeah, for me, when I checked the series out, I was trying to look for volumes 1 and 2, but actually they did have it at the time. They just didn't put it in the main display. They put it in a little weird side, you know, those little circular racks in the bookstores.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just hid them right there. I didn't find out about that till later today, but I was like, okay, whatever. I stopped at this point anyways, volumes 3, 4, and 5, and that's when they introduced Evangeline as the antagonist. I was like, wait a minute, why is this series actually getting entertaining to me? And now, as we're having this conversation, two of our other guests are just falling silent.
I don't want to make the chat about the manga too long, but to quickly summarize my story, like I went on a class trip in 8th grade, and we would stop at a Barnes and Noble in Maryland. And if it weren't for my friends making jokes about the book, they were like, "Oh, you know, you're a pervert. How about you read this?" And then I actually did buy the omnibus, and I went back to the hotel before we were going to arrive in Washington the next day, and I just read the entire omnibus in like less than a day. And after I got back from my trip, I just wanted to get more manga. I watched the anime, even though I wasn't aware the anime was bad at the time. It was my first time watching it. And from there on in, I just got hooked. If it weren't for, you know, my friends back then making a joke, I don't think I'd be into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of funny how that works.
Yeah, it is funny.
And I've heard about the controversy regarding the ending, and by the time that ending came out, Mass Effect 3 was also released, so a lot of people compared the two. And
I'll be honest, I know it's been 6 years, but I will say the Mass Effect 3 ending is better, and I know you might not agree, but my reasoning for it is, maybe they had that plan from the beginning, and even though I didn't agree with it, there's some semblance of sense to the ending. The ending in Negima just comes out of nowhere, and that's pretty much why I would say Mass Effect 3 is better objectively, but yeah, I did feel bad after Mass Effect 3, pouring all those hours in to get something that I didn't want.
well, I'm going to disagree. Here's my perspective. I heard that Mass Effect 3's ending was not really that planned. They actually had a different map layout. Now, if you were saying referring to the extended cut, at least they were providing more closure.
Yeah.
And as for Negima, yeah, that also did come out of nowhere, but Ken Akamatsu was in a worse situation that BioWare was, because apparently there was some bill going out that
I know about the whole law and publishing fiasco.
Yeah, and he wanted to like abort that series so that way, if the off chance that bill comes out, he would still own the rights. And he made his sequel series. And then when you break it down, from what I'm seeing, and hopefully the anime adaptation still follows the same path as the manga to the most part, because I'm reading this and I'm discovering, and Windzer could probably see this too once I say it. It almost feels like that the major plot line involving Negi in that series seems to be a metaphor of him fighting to get his series back, when they put the main character of the original series as possessed by the main antagonist.
I actually didn't look at it that way. That's actually kind of a interesting way to look at it.
All right.
Because Negima does have 3 timelines.
Oh wow, Vmon, damn. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the chat. You want my advice? Vmon, stay away from that guy as far as you can. That's my advice. Like, he just sounds like bad news if he was willing to stab a stripper and to the point where she needed surgery. And I notice you two have been are quiet. You can chime in now. I think I'm done talking about UQ Holder and Negima at the moment.
Yeah, I'll shift topics.
Yeah, we could. Let's see. I think another person might be joining us soon, but I don't know if he's going to make time.
I don't want to interrupt, but have any of you been to Comic-Con or no?
No. I am making plans to go next year.
I really wanted to go this year, and I'm a little pissed off I missed it because I heard that it was a really good con, and those trailers that came out were really, really good. I mean, I'm very careful with hype culture, but I am looking forward to the new Godzilla movie. Shazam looks good from the trailer, of course.
New Godzilla looks really good.
Yeah.
Shazam looks all right, but I still have questions.
I have multiple questions.
I just want DC to make, a halfway decent movie. I'm hoping for the best because I'm really getting tired of Marvel. After Infinity War, I think I'm kind of done for a while.
I have yet to see Black Panther nor Ant-Man and Wasp. I saw Infinity War, but
Infinity War was worth it. With all the
it was a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the reason why Infinity War I gave an excuse for was, like, we've been waiting for this since 2012, and I think that's an exception. But, like, movies in between, like, Iron Man 3 or, Guardians. I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 better. There's movies in between that you can make the case that aren't really good, but they really did like their damn best job to make all those characters fit into one movie, and I have to give them credit for that.
Yeah, everyone except for Hawkeye.
Yeah,
I do. I do have to. Well, it's going to obviously happen, right? With Hawkeye to be in Avengers Part 2, is that his entire family? It's his entire family is going to be taken away, so he has to go save them.
Sounds like it.
I don't think Loki's dead. That's I'm still clinging on.
Honestly, I don't think most of these characters are going to be in much danger. I don't think anyone's going to die really.
Oh yeah,
because,
that's predictable. They're all going to come back.
I mean, because of the news, we already know there's going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
And that sexual predator James Gunn got fired.
Black Panther 2.
Yeah, he just made a bunch of inappropriate jokes at the time, but they were like 7 years ago. And they were used as ammo against him by a conservative journalist. So yeah, there's more. Man, Twitter is, goddamn, Twitter needs to die. I'm sorry, but it really does. Nothing good comes from Twitter if you think about it.
I only use my Twitter to read posts. I don't have a following or do anything on there.
I just post my fucking videos there and maybe a photo or something like my freaking Gundams. That's about it. I don't even think Windzer has a Twitter. Do you, Windzer?
No.
Nah, no, you don't.
I mean, if I did, I forgot I made it.
Hey, yeah, and DC.
I probably made it for one of those like things for like those mobile games I play for like those retweets
to get a limited edition item. Gotcha. So, yeah, the new Titans trailer was pretty terrible. Let's groan about that.
The comment section is hilarious. I actually almost choked on my drink one day.
Oh god, what did it say?
Not just the comments in general. I actually clicked on the trailer thinking, oh, hey, this actually might get some positive feedback because the Teen Titans Go movie's coming out, and we all know that no one really wants to watch it. And then I click on the video, and I'm like, holy shit, the like to dislike ratio is out of control. And I'm like scrolling down and reading the reactions, and I'm like, holy shit. And then I watch the actual video, and I'm like, this trailer looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks so bad. I'd rather watch the Teen Titans movie. I heard Nicolas Cage is going to be Superman in that film. Which is funny if you get the joke.
But yeah, I know about him wanting to be was it Superman and Superman 5?
Yeah, he wanted to be like he wanted to be a Superman between Quest of Peace and Superman Returns.
But what's actually funny about the Teen Titans Go movie is it has an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I just couldn't believe it.
What about the audience reception? That usually matters more.
Audience reception hasn't came out yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet.
I just watched the Double Toasters review of it. Corey actually likes it.
Really?
Yeah, and like also I
know they're not Spill anymore, but Double Toasted is great.
I do like me some Double Toasted. I used to listen to them frequently at work, but because of my schedule, I can't do that anymore. So, which is a damn shame because
I miss Carlisle though.
Because I would listen to like their 3-hour streams and shit on almost anything really.
Trying to remember who else. I know Martin. He was like, yeah, it's no. He said it was Martin said it was all right. Corey Goodwin, he enjoyed it, and another person on there, I think it was Dynasty, the other black guy that usually hosts for the Corey Goodwin sometimes. He actually loved it. So imagine my surprise.
Yeah, I would be shocked if there were people who are making movie reviews saying, I hate this show, but the movie, hold on. Then I might actually ball up and go see it myself just to see what the hubbub is all about. And
also, this is just a rumor, but apparently Tara Strong, she was talking about, if the movie does well, then they may do a 6th season of the OG Teen Titans show. I'm like, lady,
I don't like that. That sounds like I fucking hate that hostage situation.
Yeah,
that's
don't pull that shit. If you want to make a 6th season, do it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Tara Strong. I've had a negative experience with her at the con. I do respect her as a voice actress, but I think sometimes she can get a little full of herself. But that's just me.
I'm sorry to hear that. I haven't had a negative experience with an industry person yet to this day, and hopefully I don't
Well, no,
have
it
one
wasn't.
tomorrow.
Well, I shouldn't have taken it so personally, but basically, I got her autograph at BronyCon, and I just said something nice about one of her lesser known roles, and she took it like I was insulting her, and I don't know why she took it like that because, or maybe it could have been, that she was sitting down at a desk and signing autographs for 3 hours. Maybe that could have been it. I don't know, but I've had better experiences with other actresses and voice actors before, but I mean, she could. I mean, but I do agree with you about that because it just seems like she's just saying that to kind of hype people up and kind of
You get more people to watch it.
Yeah.
much.
I have a feeling it's going to do really well, ticket sales. Because
Mm.
there is a faction of people who actually do unironically like Teen Titans Go.
I'll laugh my ass off if it makes more than Justice League. That was
Oh yeah, I will laugh my ass off if it's the highest grossing DC film in that whole universe period.
I don't know about Suicide Squad. Isn't that still the highest grossing? No, that's Wonder Woman.
I think it'll do better than Wonder Woman.
Wonder
I
Woman.
honestly, I saw that movie and I didn't think it was as good as everyone says it was.
I liked it. It's okay, but Wonder Woman almost made $900 million. So
Yeah.
I mean, Teen Titans would have to. I don't think it'll do $900 million.
No, it's not going to do no 900 million.
Nah, I doubt that.
Yeah.
But it's
Everyone-
going to make us return.
Everyone knows movies that are made from shows that air on Cartoon Network do not gross lots of cash.
But everything about the trailer just looks so cheap. Like, it looked, the costume line looked really cheap. Even the Batarang in the trailer looked really terrible. Everything in the trailer just looks fake and unnatural.
Yeah. But back to the whole, complimenting a voice actor for the lesser known roles. That's what I like to do. I did that to Johnny on Bosch once.
Yeah.
I told him, yeah, you're great as Bumblebee in Transformers War for Cybertron.
Well,
And
At this point, Tara Strong is like a grandma in the voice acting industry.
yeah. And I might do the same because Bill Rogers is gonna be one of the industry guests, and he voices a character from Genshiken, one of my favorite manga series of all time, called Tanaka, and he was the cosplay dude. And I did watch that. I did watch the anime dub, and I liked it for its dub, even though the first season was pretty low key for the most part. Still hanging around BioPhoenix?
I never met. Oh, sorry to interrupt.
No, you haven't interrupted. I didn't say anything.
I haven't met Lucy Christian yet, and that's a shame because I really want to meet the voice actress for Asuna and Ron Kotobuki, which would be kind of fun.
Yeah, she's everywhere, and she's even in Hero Aka right now. She voices Ochako.
Yeah, I know about that. I might actually watch it just for Lucy
The
Christian.
dub is really good.
Yes, I love the dub,
It is
especially
one
love All
Best
Might.
dubs I've seen in a while.
I am here.
I've actually heard some. I haven't watched the show yet, but you'll understand because you watched it. But people are comparing Bakugo to Donald Trump. Do you see any of that, or
No,
No,
No.
Bakugo is way more like
competent.
yes, he's like a loud, kind of egotistical, full of himself type of dude, but
Donald Trump?
he actually has like purpose in everything he does. Like he's one of the top ranking students in the class because despite the fact he's loud, swears profanity, he's like got like a 4.0 grade average and is diligent in his studies, and people go to him to get tutoring.
Yeah, he can actually back up his words.
Yeah. He's actually like a really good character. People just get annoyed by him because he's loud, brash, and crude. But that's
And
but
he's being a shit to the main character and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But
but
the
there
whole
has to be,
reason behind
something redeeming about him because he would just be a full blown narcissist.
like he hasn't got redeemed yet in the show. He's going to by the end of the current season. It's like his whole thing was that he was a big fish in a small pond, right? He grew up with everyone praising him about how awesome he is and how cool his powers are, and he got a giant ego. And then when he went to a place where everyone's as strong as he is, he got mad because he realized he wasn't, like the hottest shit.
Including his best friend who was quirkless at the time, who was
Yeah.
quirkless for as long as he knows, and then all of a sudden he gets a new cool power, and he even beats him in an exam. It was pretty hype.
And then he feels like, oh, so you've just been lying to me this entire time, and you're actually like just as strong as me. So he took it as an insult, like, oh, so you were hiding your true potential from me to make me look like a fool when the opportunity presented itself, and blah blah blah. But he has way more personality, I guess. People were like, is he the Sasuke of Hero Academia? No,
No,
because
because Sasuke was unlikable.
his capture arc actually has a solidifying, like a satisfying conclusion.
And I did like that too.
I heard you talk about the Dragon Ball movie earlier, so
Oh yeah, Broly's canon.
yeah, the long debate has finally been put to rest.
Well, not necessarily, because Broly might have a brand new origin story. He's not going to be the same as the one in the movie, which
Instead of-
I'm okay
but
with.
it's still the character. I mean,
Yeah.
Which is fine with me. Yeah, they need to change that backstory.
They even did some
Broly.
slight redesigns on him, which I actually like.
Yeah, he looks cool. He look like man. The old design for Broly was it looked fine, but the new design with the Saiyan armor and all that it looks like clean as hell.
I'm just looking forward to Broly just scaring the shit out of Frieza. I've been waiting for that for years.
It's kind of funny because people are thinking the story is that Broly is actually part of Frieza's like army, and that the whole purpose for Broly being created in the first place was because Frieza wanted Broly to fight Goku for him. It's like, I've been doing a pretty bad job, but if I send this guy,
I really hope they don't reform Frieza, because if they just make Frieza into like a anti-hero or a good guy, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done.
yeah, he's not a good guy and will never be a good guy. But the whole point is like, yep, I'm free now. I'm still going to constantly send things to kill you, though. And
Well, the
Broly will
problem,
be the first
the
to-
issue
I don't
I-
know. Frieza has done too many horrible things in order for him to be redeemed.
Yeah, I agree. But he's basically saying that, oh wait, I can't kill a Saiyan, but if I get a bigger, better Saiyan to fight for me.
Better.
But my problem with the whole, I don't really think Frieza has a desire for revenge anymore. And the reason why I'm saying it is, you have this world of gods, you have the angels, you have Zeno, you have all these obstacles in the way. So I don't really see any logical reason why Frieza would just cause trouble when he's just going to get killed again anyways.
I don't know. The thing with the angels and the destruction, and the god of destruction, they don't fuck with them. They just like
Yeah,
as
they
long
just
as
let 'em-
Frieza,
they just
as
leave
long
'em
as
be.
Frieza doesn't fuck with them, they won't fuck with him.
Yeah, but their
So-
role is to maintain a balance in the universe, and you can't just let Frieza have too much of everything.
Yeah.
True,
Like,
but he's been getting away with a lot of shit, so I'm not sure if they're cool with it.
Someone had a good idea, like maybe it would be cool if like Whis was
Or-
training Frieza or something.
Even when in
to
the
be
movie,
Varys'
he was
replacement.
Frieza right then and there, but he was like, nah, man, you're cool. If you just don't fuck with me.
Dragon Ball Super has Biofix. Dragon Ball Super has its ups and downs, but I heard it ended pretty strong.
It did. To me, the worst arc is still the Goku Black arc.
Yeah,
That
that's
will never be
disappointing.
topped for shit. But the Tournament of Power arc, I did have some problems with it, but overall, it was better than the Goku Black arc.
I'm just
I'm
curious.
just happy Best Boy won the tournament. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I wonder if the Broly movie's going to play some Pantera again. If you remember the American soundtrack to the Broly movie.
Get some Western licensed music. Get some Johnny Pool.
I was seeing like the Blu-rays for the Broly movie at Walmart the other day. Now that they're re-releasing it.
Cooler had the game from Disturbed.
Yeah. I remember that scene.
Speaking of Cooler, now I know that the Dragon Ball Heroes anime isn't canon, but just the way they introduced Golden Cooler in that show was so funny. They're just
Yeah,
like,
you said, oh, he can go gold. Well, I'll
They're
just go
like,
gold too.
what was that food? You said my brother gained a new power for training for 4 months? well, I'm better than him, so I'm just going to do it now. And then he grunts and turns gold.
I would actually like to see Vegito in the Broly movie, but I doubt that'll happen. Goku's going to go Ultra Instinct again.
Yeah.
Ultra Instinct Vegito.
But Fusion's really weird now because back in the day, like the power multiplier for Protaro was just so astronomically, ridiculously large that even with Super's like power tiers or power scaling, it still doesn't really matter. I think the Portara Fusion power scaling has been retconned, even though they didn't really officially say it.
Yeah, because they keep adding more to the world building. Like, Frieza was the biggest tyrant in the galaxy. Then came Majin Buu. He was like a bigger ball of destruction. Then came the gods. And like, well, if the gods were around, then what's the deal with Frieza? It's that kind of thing. You got to be careful with your world building like that because it will topple over.
Yeah, because
Well, Toriyama.
In terms of world building, do you know the one anime that's actually done that pretty well?
Are you gonna say JoJo?
No,
Okay.
I was gonna say One Piece actually done that in terms of world building and power scaling, and they actually done that pretty well because Setsuna, I know you say you don't like One Piece. I love One Piece. One of the greatest things.
Real quick, it's fine for people to like what they like. Don't take it like I'm attacking.
That's cool.
I'm not
That's
saying
cool.
that. I'm just saying
We're all cool here.
I'm just saying I love One Piece.
We're not SJWs.
Yeah. So like one of the greatest things I love about One Piece is that in terms of world building, in the very first like chapters of the anime of One Piece, they already let you know, yeah, you have Buggy the Clown, you have the Black Cat Pirates, and yeah, they're pretty strong, but they've already established before those characters are already introduced that these characters are shit. Yeah, they look strong now, but we already have like the 7 emperors of the sea, and we have the 4 warlords of the sea. So these characters are not shit, and I just love that because you have Luffy fighting these characters like Crocodile, but you already know in the back of your head, yeah, Crocodile, he's strong, but we already know that Shanks can kick his ass. We already know that any one of the warlords can
anyone that's introduced early in the series is going to drop in the later part.
What was that?
Any like character that's introduced in the early part of the series will job in the later part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many people were like, this character was really cool, and then he comes back and then gets in a fight and gets his like ass handed to him.
To me, the ideal shonen, like I think Yu Yu Hakusho is, in my opinion, the best shonen still. Like I know Dragon Ball Z paved the way for something like Yu Yu Hakusho, but I think Togashi took what Toriyama did and basically just made it better. Yu Yu Hakusho, I know the manga's ending is different. I like the anime ending better, but the anime is not too long. It's not too short. It doesn't overstay its welcome. I know that the world building in Yu Yu Hakusho is not really complex, but in terms of the characters themselves and the fights and the animation, I just think it still holds up. One Piece, I will admit, even though I'm not a fan of One Piece, the world building is there, the environment is there. The only reason why I don't really want to keep up with One Piece anymore is because, like, I got into it early on, and I stopped around like chapter 200 and something, and the anime kind of got a little repetitive for me after a while. And I know the anime is not good either. There are fans of the manga that don't even really like the anime anymore because Toei is cheap and they cut corners and it looks like shit now. But it's just that I feel like a story like One Piece doesn't need to be as long as it's going to be. Like, I feel like the only reason why One Piece is still going is because it makes money and they have to just kind of keep this going for as long as possible. I know Naruto and Bleach were the same way, but I just still can't believe that Bleach and Naruto are over. Well, Naruto you can argue is not over because we have Boruto, but
Bleach ended because I just don't think nobody was reading it anymore. Because Naruto, I can kind of see that going on for as long as it did, But Bleach, it was just like I would read, the later chapters of Bleach. I'm like, why is this shit still going on? There's literally nothing going on here. It feels it feels like it's being dragged. It's dragging on.
I know
know
Darkscream will disagree, but I actually thought Naruto had the potential to be the greatest shonen ever until Part 2 came out. Part 2 is garbage. I could not stomach Naruto Shippuden. I tried to like it, but I couldn't watch it or read it. It was so bad. The writing was atrocious. The side characters that I've grown to love were thrown aside. The artwork got really bad. I just found it really unappealing.
To answer Vimon's question, how long is too long for an anime, excluding filler? I would say, I think I can survive for the most part 100 episodes. Anything after that, I don't know if I can stay devoted. And it's really hard for me to stay devoted to most anime nowadays.
Well,
Windzer hates me for
that. Let me say it like this. I can withstand maybe 200 to 300 if it's really good. But the reason why I could appreciate Hero Academia in this regard is the fact that we stopped doing the weekly shonen airings and just kept it to one season, one to maybe 1.5 seasons out of the year, with like a season to a season and a half break, so the animation quality doesn't drop so much.
Exactly.
I think that's probably one of the best things that ever happened to anime. Is now
they've managed to get a handle on it.
Because even JoJo's doing that, technically speaking.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best things that ever happened to anime. Yeah, they're taking a break. So instead of just doing if My Hero Academia came out during the time of let's say of the older shonen anime where it was hey, we're going to just keep on going. We're not going to take any breaks. Yeah, it definitely would have ran into those problems. But
yeah,
seeing as though it's
wow, this looks terrible. But don't worry, wait for the Blu-ray.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. We're going to split the shit up into seasons.
But Studio Period, they just feel like even today and back then, they feel like they want to make art when they want to, and then when they're rushed, it looks like garbage and it's unwatchable, even if they were to do a Blu-ray edit. But Darkscream, did you disagree with what I was saying? I know you don't like Naruto, but do you actually think that Part 1 Naruto is better than Part 2 if you were to kind of look at it? Or
I didn't really. I think I watched one episode Shippuden. I was watching it with Multifire a while ago, and what's funny is that before I came on to YouTube, I'm gonna say it was around 2007, 2008. Everyone was saying, "Oh no, Shippuden, that's when it gets real good." So people are telling me that Shippuden was way better than the original Naruto, but I just really at the time I just really didn't care. So I don't know, but I've heard some stupid things about Shippuden that makes it sound like the series has gotten worse and worse.
I can tell you some stupid shit right now.
Yeah, the original series might be better.
I can tell you some stupid shit right now.
It's so bad that they have to do flashback arcs to OG Naruto in order to make it the filler not suck. Because that's what Shippuden did a lot of.
I know that Part 1 had flashbacks, but we had creative fights back then, and then Part 2 was just basically, okay, forget about ninjas. Naruto's throwing spirit bomb size Rasengan. Sure.
Oh, you want to know why? Because the creator of the series didn't even want to do originally a freaking ninja series. He wanted to do a freaking magic school series because Harry Potter was so big at the time that it was starting to influence Japan. We talked about Negima, haven't we? That's an example right there.
Oh wait, before you go any further, that's what I wanted to bring up, and people think I'm making it up when I say it, but the Cosmo Enteletia paradise is really comparable to Infinite Tsukiyomi, which was what Obito wanted to do, or sorry, Madara. And I genuinely think that there's a possibility that Kishimoto might have, I'm not saying he stole it, but it could have been either a coincidence or I think he stole it from Ken Akamatsu, because if I recall correctly, I can look back at the publications around the time they happened. I think that Infinite Tsukiyomi came out after one of the arcs in Negima. I really do think that Kishimoto just kind of stole that idea because he just became a lazy writer, and it's a shame because I told you I like Part 1 Naruto. It was creative and had some great fights, and he made some really appealing side characters. I think that when Part 2 rolled around, Kishimoto just became really lazy.
Yeah. Anyways, the editor told him to like change it up because apparently it was too similar to Harry Potter, which is weird because Zero no Tsukaima came out and, like I said, Negima. But then when I was watching this video from Mother's Basement, who I have like mixed opinions on, anyways, but he was talking about anime that was inspired by by Harry Potter, and he literally opens describing how Naruto's plot is almost beat for beat the same as the Harry Potter franchise as a whole. And I'm
Naruto
like,
didn't have to live under the stairs.
no, man, it needs to go into the fucking dumpster where it belongs.
They did ruin it though when Naruto went from being an average kid, and then in Part 2 it was explained that he was the reincarnation of an ancient powerful ninja.
Well, here's the thing. He was always an overpowered Mary Sue, because he had that fucking fox demon inside him, and every time he goes berserk, he whoops ass. And Multifire did a review of Naruto, and he explained how he was actually considered a quote-unquote fake underdog because of that. And he thought the greatest underdog in that series was Rock Lee, because he didn't have the chakra like everyone else did. He actually had to work his ass off in order to get...
Rock Lee was one of the best characters.
And yeah, he was one of the better characters, which is funny because I compare Rock Lee to Midoriya and Hiro Aka because Midoriya had almost like the same backstory and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I thought Midoriya's quirk was a joke, just from what I've heard.
No. What it is this: he was born with no powers in a world where everyone has powers. He was like one of the few people that were born with like no superpowered genes or anything like that. But he wanted to be a hero because the person he idolized was one. Due to a crazy series of events, he actually meets the person he admires, and that person says, "Hey, do you want my power? I'm looking for a successor, and I have decided to choose you. My power isn't hereditary. It can be passed down, like given to a person physically. Like
eat this hair.
Yeah, literally eat one of my hairs, and you'll gain my power. But before he can gain the powers, he has to like do an entire like summer length long training course of basically cleaning an entire junkyard off of a beach in order for his body to withstand the power. Because if he just magically got the power, his arms and legs and head were going to explode off of his body and he would die because his body couldn't handle it. So the best way I can explain Hiro Aka is, the anime Haikyuu, ignoring the Yaoi fangirls, the volleyball anime that's about people getting better at volleyball.
I'm aware of it, but yeah, I'm not going to read it.
Yeah, like Hiro Aka isn't your standard shonen. The fact the character just gets a new power after every power. The main character has one power and one power only, which is super strength. But it's how it's utilized throughout. It changes because the first time he uses it, he like breaks all the bones in his arm. He's like a baby trying to walk when it comes to using his powers. But over the course of the show, he like becomes better, like technically at using it, whether it's some like simple things or has an epiphany. Even the fights in Hiro Aka aren't these big giant explosive energy ball crazy stuff. It's just like trying to land that one hit in more resounding.
It's more like the battles in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure where you actually have to like think out the plan.
Yeah.
I actually recently got into JoJo. I actually have to resume watching it, and after I'm finished with Part 2, I'm going to go right to Stardust Crusaders because I put it off for the longest time because of the annoying is that a JoJo reference meme constantly. But the meme and internet culture aside, it's a really great shonen. I really do enjoy it.
Oh yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lance is the biggest JoJo fan out of all of us.
Yes, I am. So you got any JoJo questions? Let me know.
No. Do you actually find JoJo?
Explain what King Crimson does.
Oh, it's actually okay. Here, the most basic explanation on how King Crimson works. You remember the episode of Futurama where like the time skips?
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Oh God. That sounds really confusing on its own.
That is probably the easiest explanation I can give you. That's how King Crimson works.
Okay, so what was the question you were going to ask, Setsuna?
Oh no, never mind. Nothing too is. Would you consider Negima to be around that realm of that category, like a manga where it's really not about power levels and power tiers, but it's more about outwitting your opponent? Would you actually consider that in the same bracket, or?
Not necessarily. It is all about like overpowered stuff, and I gotta tell you, man, sometimes it's way too extreme in that case.
It does get a power creep in the last arc, but if you really think about it, during Mahora Fest, Negi should not have been able to beat Chao.
No.
He was outmatched in that fight.
She was literally hit from Dragon Ball Super, actually, because she had that time skip power herself, and she's using it to land like sweet hits on them.
The magic was from the World Tree, though, so it's not like she can keep that power. Only when the World Tree has enough magic, she can actually use her watch to basically teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy it nonetheless. Like, I don't mind how like, yeah, when you think about it, Dragon Ball is like, oh, I can shoot a bigger fireball versus, oh, yeah, well, my fireball is bigger. That's fine, but I don't put Dragon Ball in the high art regard anyways. I just watch it as dumb fun. I don't like it when the fan base takes it too seriously. Speaking of, my convention actually has a panel that might address that around, where is it? Oh.
Is that
maybe
the
it doesn't?
I'm thinking of?
Yeah, it's the one you're thinking of, I think. I think you're thinking.
I haven't gone to Anime Boston since 2011.
Okay, I'm going to take a look here. Panels.
The name of the panel is Sit Your Ass Down and Just Enjoy the Show.
Man, I'm going to make that a panel.
Sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down.
Does anyone here watch Made in Abyss yet? Because I actually have that on my back burner.
I haven't, but I keep hearing godly things about it. I do need to watch it, but I might actually watch another retro anime soon. I'm thinking about watching
Little Witch Academia was that anime last year that took me by surprise because
that was really good, yeah. But I still need to finish that too.
I want to watch Megalobox.
I need to finish Megalobox.
Oh, there's a Monster Hunter panel apparently.
Are you looking at Otakon? What con are you looking at?
MechaCon. That's the one I'm going to tomorrow.
Oh.
But yeah, Windzer. Monster Hunter panel.
Yeah, no.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it. I thought it was around 6 p.m. Unless they fucking got rid of it.
You mind if I just say the name of the panel?
Nope, found it. 5 p.m. Are you embarrassed by your fandom?
It's funny, is because the panel that's right next door to it is the Steven Universe dating game panel. You're all whiny babies.
Yeah, can you imagine going to the wrong room thinking you're going to that embarrassment panel, and then you just vet saying, I am sick of everyone being a whiny, immature, entitled, snot-nosed, whiny bitchin' spurget brats. And they'd be like, why would you say, oh, wait, is this not the Are You Embarrassed by Your Fandom panel?
This is the Steven Universe panel.
Oh.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
I came here looking for an argument. Oh, I'm sorry. This is abuse.
Oh.
Oh, man. Ninjas. Speaking of ninjas, Gundam Build Divers is a good show. Now, you're probably wondering what that has to do with ninjas. Well, one of the characters is supposedly one. Let's see.
I always like the entire joke about both the elf dude and the ninja chick, or that they're versions of the Log Horizon protagonists.
Yeah, I see that too. I've only seen 3 episodes of that show, but
we'll never get season 3 after all the getting jailed for tax evasion stuff.
Yeah, I heard season 2 was kind of a decline, anyways. And for some reason, Pat from the Best Friend Saibatsu hated that show.
What show?
Are you
Log Horizon.
Oh.
Yeah. Even though I probably would watch it over Sword Art Online if given the opportunity.
Yeah, I probably would
The
too.
only way you can watch Sword Art Online is if you watch Something Wendy Entertainment's version of Sword Art Online.
Oh, right. Dude, he didn't get DMCA'd again, did he?
No, he just takes really long time to make episodes. He's on. He just did the first episode of the second part, and they're about to release the second episode.
Hmm.
He's-
Do any of you guys watch Death Battle?
No, I'm not a big fan of that. It's just glorified fanfic wars that just fuel fire to the flames.
I watch it sometimes. I don't try to take it too seriously.
No, I don't take it seriously either. I'm actually kind of partial towards Screw Attack, but their Samurai Jack and Afro Samurai one was kind of unique because they animated it in the style of a Samurai Jack episode.
Yeah, I actually
the ones
enjoy
that they
that
actually
one.
put like super amazing effort into are pretty great.
Actually, the previous one, the Ryu versus Jin, that's probably my favorite one so far because the animation. Okay, they use 3D models, but they also incorporated 2D animation into it.
Mm. Oh, Vmon asked a question. For DOA 6, you think Mai will be back? I wish. Also, if DOA 6 comes to Switch, will they put Samus in it? I also wish, because that would be funny.
That would imply DOA 6 gets released over here.
No, it will. Unless they're wussies, but no, they won't make that same mistake like they did with DRL Live Extreme 3.
No, because there's too much money to be made, and just off the fighting game alone. Because but I know I hate to go back to another topic, but to the whole, they're going to tone it down. Like, do you know how much money they made just off the DLC of Dead or Alive 5? They made good enough money because they kept doing it.
Yeah, they're not going to make that same idiotic mistake.
Yeah, they did not. It's not like, you know what? We made too much money off Dead or Alive 5. Let's not put out the DLC.
Yeah, God forbid we learn good ideas.
Yeah. We made too much money off Dead or Alive 5. Let's not put out any DLC costumes.
You know, I actually did run into a fan or two in my whenever I went to a convention. I don't think anyone's going to recognize me if they find me. Let's see. We got a slumber parties here going on. What the fuck? Oh, I misread that. It said K&G cosplay PJ party. I misread it as K&G corpse PJ party.
Corpse. It's one of those locking events, but everyone's murdering each other. But like I said, a lot of the fanny panels, I'm probably going to be like
skipping.
Yeah, skipping, because I like spending a lot of my time in the tabletop and board game rooms where you get to try all the like.
It really depends on the fan panel, because we went to that Digimon panel and we thought it was freaking amazing. Because that guy was actually really good.
The ones that are actually done by people who like are well known, you have to do a research before you go to any panel.
Yeah, if it's a panel by Vitamin H, I'll take it because they're very informative dudes. But
yeah, be sure.
But if you would, but if you were to ask me, I'd say if it's a particular thing that you like, don't go to the one that's made by fans. Go to the one that's made by like the producer of the English dub of that show. You will get some interesting stories. Like 3 years ago, they had the Helsing panel with Jonathan Klein because he produced that series, and there were some really interesting behind the scenes stories. Like you actually find out why in the DVDs of the TV series and the OVAs, why they spelled Alucard's name with 2 R's instead of the L. And it's a fucking insane story.
Is it because
what's the story? Can you explain it real quick?
Okay. So apparently, they had a kerfuffle with the Japanese people over Alucard's name because it's supposed to be Alucard, Dracula backwards, right? Makes sense. But I think in the manga, they did try to spell his name in English. And if you know anything about like whenever they tried to do English back in the day, it's just always horrifically, hilariously misspelled, translating all that stuff.
So where they try to pronounce it as like Arucard, like
Yeah,
instead of an L, it's put like R or
yeah,
something.
in English, in some area in the manga, it actually said Arucard, and they thought that was the legit, honest way of translating it. And the English guys are going, no, it's spelled Alucard, not Arucard. But then they were very persistent. It's like, no, it has to be Arucard. It has to be that. Kota Hirano spelled it that way, and they wanted to contact Hirano directly. However, because he was such a slacker of a mangaka, if he found out that they were working on a localization job for his series based off the anime adaptation based off of his series, he would be focused on that and not getting any work done. So the editors really blocked him off. So I forgot who they contacted. I want to say they may have contacted the publishers or whatever through a fax mail. It's like, why did you spell the Alucard like this? And they got a fax back because it said, because Alucard is Dracula backwards. And yeah, they facepalm. So they came to a compromise. They said, okay, in the subtitles and the DVD text, all that stuff, we will say Alucard, but when we dub it in English, we will have all the actors pronounce it as Alucard. And then I want to say a couple years down the line, they actually had dinner with Kota Hirano, and they straight up asked him, why did you spell Alucard that way? And Hirano simply said, oh, yeah, sometimes I make mistakes when I try to spell things in English, but if I made a mistake, go ahead, feel free to correct me. And then I forgot which guy who did this, but he basically yelled at the other Japanese producers going, you see?
I see, you piece of shit.
It was a funny story. And there was also a bunch of other stories about how that series was based. Apparently, the reason why the TV show looks so cheap is because Gonzo fucking stole money, took money from that show's budget and poured it into Last Exile for their CG budget.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see why they handed the series to a better studio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love Hellsing Ultimate. I love how it looks and everything.
Dude, like after watching Hellsing Ultimate, I just developed a much appreciation for animation that goes in the anime, but also like freaking Walter looks so badass in that show.
Yeah.
Watching Ultimate on Toonami was hilarious because they bleeped out all the bad words, which means a lot of the show was bleeping. It's like beep beep.
Yeah, but you said they kept all the super violence in it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That glossy blood effect.
No Titans here. You gotta keep those no words down. Think of the children that are watching the show at 2 a.m.
With all these animes coming out, like they're getting like these I guess these redos. Like you got Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Hellsing Ultimate, the new Hunter x Hunter, Sailor Moon. I want them to do a Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
This time they can actually end it on the last arc. Because the last arc never got adapted.
It's probably not going to happen.
Didn't they say they got off of that hiatus?
You know exactly what I'm talking about, damn it.
The guy, the creator,
yeah, we know.
That thing is already blown over now.
Okay, yeah, he paid us $2,000. I heard.
He paid his fine and it's back on apparently.
Okay,
so
because if that happened over here, that's instant career ending. Right?
Yeah, you're never going to work.
Yeah, you're dead. You're fucked.
But I try to separate the art from the artist.
Huh.
Well, I would like for them to actually redo that anime.
By the way, Setsuno left without saying goodbye.
Maybe disconnected.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still online on Discord, so I asked him if he left. We're going to
but-
wrap things up anyways. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, and the view count is pretty low, which means I might not even put a video advertising that I'm streaming tonight after I eat dinner, of course. Because after I'm done streaming this, I'm just going to go on Twitch and stream Gundam Breaker 3.
Nation just showed up.
Wait, who showed up? Oh, wow. Yeah, woo. The timing was bad. Ooh, that's awkward. Yeah, but yeah, I'm thinking about just wrapping things up, but I am going to be on Twitch streaming Gundam Breaker 3 because that's the only way I can fucking stream that game. At least I think I can. I'll at least give it a test. It won't leave a bad video on my Twitch, so yeah, you should see that game. It's great.
Yeah, the game visually looks like fantastic. Man, I never see a Gundam game look this good before.
Like, just order like the Gundam Breaker 3 Breaker Edition off of Amazon. It comes with all the DLC.
Make sure you get the one that says English subs in parentheses because they have like an Asia version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's usually like the Hong Kong version of the game.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, you get it. It's subtitled. It's basically like if it was actually localized, because the people who aren't Bandai are like, we know people want to play our game, so we subbed it ourselves for you. Oh yeah, and H&N's Gundam Breaker 3 too.
Nice. I think you can actually do co-op in that game. Oh no, there's a panel on memes.
There's a new Gundam game on PS4 that's way better than new Gundam Breaker. Is that the one where you play as the Zaku's?
Wait, what? Which Zaku game?
The one that's just came out. I forget what it's called off the top of my head.
I don't know what that one is.
It was advertised. I have to find it real quick. I think it's a free download. Oh yeah, Battle Operations 2. That's it. But how would you even go about like downloading it on a US account?
But I just picked up my game physically, so
you will have to create like a Hong Kong account.
No. Oh! I mean, if you want to order the game digitally, yeah. Because Breaker, I picked up Breaker 3 and it works on my PS4. You can even see my trophy list as proof of that.
Yeah, PS4 is region free, so you can just
you
can play anything.
Yeah, the question is, how do you find a Japanese game in the store and download it? Because I think Battle Operations is a free download.
Or just look on the front page. If it's new, it should be on the front page somewhere.
But it's new in Japan.
Okay, I love this. Old school anime, 18 up. This panel will discuss the way things were for an anime geek in the late 80s and early 90s.
Back when they were on Blockbuster.
Yeah, the VHS trading days. That's old. That's actually pretty old for me, but I can't wait to check that out. Because I was hardcore into it in the early 2000s, but I still love the 80s and 90s stuff because that's the stuff they'll air on Toonami. Yeah.
So let's see here real quick. I'm going in the store, and I'm going to hit search.
So Darkscream, I've never asked you. So how excited are you for the Behemoth mission in Monster Hunter?
I'm fairly excited. As long as there's not a whole lot of loops in order to fight that guy, because that's always the problem. The way they handle co-op in that game is just really dumb. We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I see in the store is new Gundam Breaker and then all the DLC for Gundam Versus.
Yeah, Gundam Versus had like way too much DLC. I could not get into that game. I will say Gundam Breaker 3.
You signed up via email and Battle Operations.
Gundam Breaker 3 plays.
Of those games were fun.
Gundam Breaker 3 plays way better than Gundam Versus to me. It really does.
I think the
okay,
PSP versions of
how do you
Gundam
download
Versus
the
were much
game?
better.
If it's free, you have to make a Japanese email to get the game, or can you get it on a non-Japanese account? Because if I can get it right now, I'm totally downloading it. I heard you start off really like low. Yeah, it's a free Gundam game, but you also have like the micro transaction aspects. But since we're an American account, we can't really do that. So it's basically like you're playing a pay-to-play game while being forced to be a free-to-play player, which is fine by me. Oh yeah, you can only get it on a Japanese account, but you'd have to get like Japanese PlayStation Plus, right? So yeah, we're kind of that's what I thought. Maybe they'll bring it over here if they're generous and like money. Bandai.
Something Bandai doesn't seem, despite the fact that that Bandai's Neptunia counterpart Bisha, her running gag is that she likes to charge people extra money.
You don't need PS Plus to play the game.
Interesting. That's a rare thing you can hardly say in a sentence.
I might just go ahead and make me a Jap account just to have a Jap account.
Yeah, that's what I have.
I still don't have one.
I remember when Fighting All Stars JoJo, the fighting game, first came out. I made a Japanese account so I can buy all the DLC. I had to went to Play Asia. I had to like buy the Japanese yen. No, wait, no, the Hong Kong currency, money cards.
Yeah,
so I could put it on my account so I could buy all the DLC. Because during that time, I didn't even think that Fighting All Stars was going to come out to the States, but
no. But apparently, I guess the import sales made them change their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's one thing, Ancient. Does that game have subs?
Oh, Louis the Rune Soldier. That's a series I want to go back to. God, there was a fucking complete collection on DVD, and then I fucking waited too long, and it got sold at the FYE. God damn it!
But yeah, if
So you buy your stuff at
Battle
FYE?
Operations 2 has English subs, I'd definitely be up for trying it out.
Wait, what was the question?
So do you buy your stuff at FYE?
For old school anime, for whatever classics I can't find, then yes. But whenever it's like new stuff or whatever, both Amazon and Right Stuff have better offers for me.
Yeah. I try to step away from FYE because I think they overcharge the shit out of their stuff.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, that is exactly why I stopped shopping there.
It's also why they went out of business. Ho ho ho.
Yeah, well, they're still lingering around, but they're gonna go out of business soon. Give it time. Oh, what the hell was I gonna talk? Yeah, the only thing I buy physically nowadays from a store is manga, which I did pick up this volume 1 of this one manga called Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka. And yeah, it's one of those dark magical girl shows, but I'm hoping that it takes a different path from Madoka for the most part.
Definitely that would.
Well, I gotta get going. I might as well see if I have any Twitch audience members that just know me on Twitch only. Well, in the meantime, I hope to catch you guys soon, and hopefully we will talk more about our con experience after we're done with it. But I hope to see you there, Windzer. Good luck with your D&D session, and I'll catch you later, Lance.
All right, man. I'll catch you around.
All right, Darkscream signing out.
Catch you later.
All right, man. Y'all take care.